Good morning. I am on my way to this spa called like Flu. I believe it's a spa like thing. I don't really know what other way to really explain it, but I'm kind of nervous but super excited. My husband was sharing with someone the other day about some things that we were going through, and they wanted to bless me just to kind of like get out, get rejuvenated and relax and just be stress free. And so I thank God for this person who just felt it on their heart to bless me. I'm really appreciative of it, and I'm praying to be able to vlog this experience. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment, and I do want to vlog more things, but I get caught up in the moment and I kind of like forget to vlog. So I'm praying that although I'm going to enjoy this experience and go through with it, that I also remember to vlog just to share my experience. The beginning of this year, I said that I was going to challenge myself to do things that made me afraid, or things that I wanted to do, even if they, overwhelmed me a little bit, or if I felt a little bit afraid to do it. I said that I was going to do it no matter what, because I just want to enjoy the life that God has given me as much as I possibly can. And so here we go on this brand new experience for me that I've heard about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I think Emma was actually one of the first people who shared this experience with me, and I was like, oh, I want to try it, but I don't really know how to swim too much. I know how to swim a little, not too much. And so for me, floating seems kind of hard because it's almost like I feel like, oh my God, am I about to sink type thing. And so I am praying that I can float in here and that I'm able to just relax and woosah it all out. We have been a little bit under pressure and just going through a lot of trials and tribulations in this season, my husband and I, but we have been persevering and pushing through to the glory of God. But I'd be lying if I said it was easy and I was okay, because some days I'm not okay. And so I'm just grateful that I'm able to take an hour and a half or whatever the time is to just have some me time and just be away and get away. I am still exclusively nursing Hezekiah, and so I am with him all the time. I mean, all the time. But today I get to just kind of like unwind and separate myself just a little for a little bit of time, praying that he's going to be okay. But I'll be back on here after my experience to share with you all how I feel, how I felt, and how it went for me. So I hope you guys look forward to hearing my experience on this little mini journey on today. So stay tuned, guys. Hey guys, OMG guys, I just left the floating therapy, and when I say it is literally the best thing I have ever experienced, I'm not even kidding. When I went in, she asked like what's my favorite like therapy to kind of like, relax my body, things like that. And I told her that a massage is usually what I do. It's like my go-to to like get the knots out, like all that kind of stuff. I love massages. I love massages. And when I tell you that I feel like this topped the massage, because when you leave massages, they kind of like go in so hard trying to like get those knots out. Well, for me anyway, because sister be stressed. I leave there kind of like feeling like hurt or in pain, and I don't feel like that right now. I feel super lightweight. I feel so relaxed. The experience was like literally bomb, 10 out of 10, like 20 out of 10 all around. Like for real, the facility was amazing. They were super nice and kind, very explanatory. Like I watched the video before going on like how I should expect things to go, like everything. So I was knowledgeable from that point. But she also explained everything again, which helped. And because when you're there, it's just a different experience. And so I am glad that she did explain, because I did have some questions even before I got in and everything. But you shower before you go in, and I brought a bathing suit to wear because that's what I thought that I wanted. But she said they recommend to go in your birthday suit, and I was still like, I don't know. I brought my swimsuit, but I was like, why not? Like, if I'm going to do this and I'm going to experience it, I might as well experience the whole thing, right? And so I went in my birthday suit, and it was just perfection. And when I say the water temperature wasn't too hot, not too cold, it was like perfect. I was afraid of two things. One big thing was my ears getting clogged, because I have always had ear issues ever since I was a little girl. And so I don't like water in my ears. I've never worn earplugs. Like, I don't even like that. And my second fear was just floating, because like I said earlier, I don't really like swim, so I was afraid to float. And I thought that I would have to like make sure my own body float like you do in a like pool. Well, here, whether you want to float or not, you're going to float. I'm assuming it's because of the salt. And so as soon as you step in, it's like, boom, you just start floating. Like, there's no way around it. And I was like, wow. Another thing, and then the earplugs, they were so comfortable. At first, it was a little hard to get used to. So that took me like probably 5 or 10 minutes to kind of like even get comfortable with. But eventually I felt comfortable and I was good with it. There's also like this headpiece that you could kind of like put under your head to like help you stay, like help your head stay above the water a little bit more. Because usually if you don't wear that, your face lines up with the water. Like the water covers your face this much, just like this part is out of the water. And so I was a little bit like, no, I'm going to wear the headpiece. But towards the end, I took off the headpiece just because I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more with like being comfortable with things that make me a little bit fearful and things like that. So I took the headpiece off and I just let myself just sink like as much as I could into the water. Obviously you're floating, obviously, but I just let myself just kind of like, and just that, like, you get 90 minutes total. So first you shower, wash whatever, deodorant, lotion, whatever you're wearing, everything has to come off. So I showered first and then I got in. All of that from the shower to the end is 90 minutes. And then towards the end of my float, I kind of like played around a little bit, like I was just bouncing off the walls, literally. Like, so with my hands, I would push off the wall and then I let myself float until I touched the end of the wall, and then I kick my feet and float all the way to the back. And I just kept doing that, like bouncing off the walls back and forth, which was a lot of fun. I was just having fun and just allowing myself to be free. That inner child that I still have, I just allowed that to come out. Just wanted to enjoy every moment of it. I prayed a lot. I had my little worship music playing. They play music for you, and you can have the lights in there on or off, but you do have the ability to turn them off, where when I say if you turn them off, it's super pitch black in there. Like, you can't even see a thing in there. You can't see nothing. I did have it dark most of the time. Probably the majority of the time it was super pitch black in there, but I did turn the light on in the beginning and towards the end, just to kind of like enjoy a little bit of the light. I prayed a lot in there. That was the biggest thing for me, just becoming just super focused on God. I thanked him a lot. Number one, for even just allowing me to have this opportunity. For the person who blessed me, I am extremely grateful. Thank you so much. This was an experience that I will take with me forever, and I really want to come back and do this with my husband. So They do have couples floating, so I really want to do that. Our anniversary is next week, and so I really want to do that with him. I got a little emotional in there because I was like, growing up, you don't get these we never got these opportunities to even imagine us doing anything like this as an adult, because we struggled so much. Struggle to get food on the table, struggle to keep our lights on, struggle to get a new pair of shoes. When you're growing up, we had hard times, a lot of hard times. Having to wash your laundry in a bathtub, and like having to stay at a hotel because our family got evicted. We faced so many hard times that growing up, you're just like, and I'm not saying that we're there, but we also aren't at the place where we can just do these things on a weekly basis or anything like that. God willing, one day my family will get there, but we are just not there yet. So I was a little bit emotional to the point where I was just like, wow, God, just laying in that floating device and just feeling free, and like I didn't hear mom or fighting or being pulled to make dinner or lunch or anything like that, and just being able to just close your eyes and be in the complete darkness and just being with God and God alone. I just thank God so much for it, and I was just like, thank you, Father. Like, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity, like it means so much to me. And I was able to just let go. Like, I just feel so loose in my body. It's so unexplainable. Like, I don't feel like I came in with a burden, okay? I came in feeling like a truck was on my shoulders, and I'm leaving feeling like a feather. I feel so light. Like, it's such an amazing feeling. I feel so beautiful. I just kept sensing the Lord telling me to let go and let God, and just to be free in Him, and just to keep that childlike inner me going. Do not think that anything is too big or too grand for Him to do. To keep my prayers, very innocent and natural to Him, and just feel like I can ask Him for anything, not feeling like I have to put a cap on it, because He's God. And that those were just some of the takeaways that I just feel like He was just implanting in my spirit while I was in the floating tank, where He was just saying, like, I got you no matter what. I got you no matter how hard it looks right now, no matter all the things that you're facing that you feel like, when is it going to end, or how am I going to get out of this, Lord? I got you. And just Him reassuring me that He got me. And I just feel so blessed right now. Like, I just feel so grateful, showing a lot of gratitude right now. And if you haven't tried this floating tank or device, if you feel afraid, do not let that hold you back. Do it and experience it, because I promise you're going to leave there feeling totally different than when you came in. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, everything. Like, it's literally it's going to be my go-to over a massage. I ain't saying I'm giving them my massages, but I think I will do a floating tank over a massage now that I have experienced it. And so thank you for allowing me to share. I know this was probably a super long video, but I really wanted to share my experience on this. I pray that this blessed you and inspired you to go and be in a floating device. So I'll talk to you all later. There is one more thing I wanted to add, and that was the fact that when you shower before you go into the floating tank, them showers are the bomb. I did not want to get out that shower. Like, I didn't hear mom, I didn't hear fighting, I didn't hear how long you gonna take in a shower, I need hot water. I didn't hear none of that, okay? The shower head was amazing, everything was amazing. I wanted to just stay in there and just shower. I just wanted to shower in peace. It was amazing, literally amazing all around, and they have all the necessities you need. So it was just a beautiful, 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 memorable experience that I will never ever forget. I know I feel like I'm being extra about it, but I'm not, because these are things that sometimes, like, people who really have hard times in life feel like they'll never get to experience. But I really pray and hope that people will get to experience things like this and so much more, because it is really something that just you're able to just kind of like even like learn from, and just, you know, experience a bunch of gratitude from just this one experience. So love you guys, and thank you for hearing me out. Oh, one more thing. I also was able to journal my experience while sitting in there. They also have journals in there that you can read people's experiences in there and kind of like see which one, you know, touches you. And then when you're done, you can write your experience in there. I also brought my personal journal and was able to journal my experience in my personal journal, and able to just be able to read back on this day and what I was feeling on this day and things like that. So make sure you take your journal and get ready to journal the journey, because it was a beautiful time.